everybody? This is a special edition of the Build Different podcast. Obviously, I have Bri, you guys have met before and seen on socials. Trainer Ronny. We'll be talking about her big event coming up next weekend. Combat Night, it's in Orlando, Florida at Guild Nightclub. You're going to be facing Kelby Farnsworth.
Yeah.
The last time we chatted with you, you were preparing for a boxing match. Obviously, that didn't work out, but what was training camp like now? Kind of readjusting to this Muay Thai fight, right?
It's harder but easier because I was already kind of like in shape from training for Golden Gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to learn how to kick again. So my chin's a little busted, but it's been better like than past training camps because I don't have to work too hard.
Okay. And then Ronny, you were telling me, I think last time when she was training for boxing, that you kind of keep her in the same stance, Muay Thai and boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that so? There was like no kind of issues with having to change her stance or anything.
No, none whatsoever. No, doesn't change.
Cool. So, also too, what weight class is this at?
This is at 145.
Okay, 145. And what has been the kind of hardest thing preparing for? Because I think we've seen you guys. Well, Ronny told me a little bit about your opponent, but anything in particular that's kind of been a little tough in training, kind of preparing for this opponent.
Honestly, I don't know too much about my opponent, but I know a lot about me. So I'm more focused because at the end of the day, I'm there fighting myself. So I got to focus on my weaknesses, my strengths, and all of that. So it's just putting myself together and rebuilding.
What is like the mental process? I guess I can ask both of you guys. Is the mental process in preparing for a fight? Like, do you like watching the other fights before you fight? Do you kind of like staying in the back locker room, kind of getting focused, thinking about yourself and your what you got to go and do out there?
Honestly, I go through these little trial and errors of like whether that be like I'm mad about something, arguing with family, like certain problems that remind me of why I'm fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So once I get reminded of that, it just comes back. So.
Ronny, do you kind of also too remind us like you're fighting for this? This is what you You kind of reiterate some of the things because I know people will kind of reflect on certain things when they're fighting and they use that as ammunition.
Yeah, I like to remind them how hard they work for this. And just to go out there and perform, do your job, basically. I constantly remind that. It's like they have a job. Like they're a firefighter, they're gonna put out a fire. If they don't put out the fire, they're gonna probably end up dying, right? So they just gotta go out there and do the job, get it done.
You sound like Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas. So not looking past your opponent, but what do you think you want to do after? Because I'm gonna put it in there. You're gonna knock out. What are you gonna do? What's the thought process after? Are you ready to get back in the ring immediately? Like, what's your goals for the rest of the goals for this year?
So I plan on this being my last like Muay Thai fight. We're gonna go straight into MMA.
Okay.
So done with the Muay Thai, straight into working on my jiu-jitsu and all that, and getting into the MMA game.
Okay. And you obviously feel the same.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what we started this whole journey for. It was for MMA.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to start like a step-by-step process. We not mastered, we do boxing, get that going, get our hands 100%, and then we moved into Muay Thai, get the hand and legs 100%. Then she started slowly doing jiu-jitsu with Invictus MMA, EJ.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was doing jiu-jitsu for a couple months before we jumped into try to get into this Golden Gloves Olympic trial boxing. It didn't work out, but this was our journey from the get-go. This was our goal, to slowly get into MMA. I wanted her to learn the arts.
Mm-hmm.
I really want her to do a jiu-jitsu tournament, before an MMA match. So that's possibly that she might just do that. Because I want her to understand, how it feels like to be just straight grappling with somebody, competing to submit each other. So once that's done, then it all comes together at the end, and boom, we're going to MMA.
And wrestling also a part of this as well, right?
Well, she know how to street fight, so wrestling comes naturally. She from the hood, so they pull hair, slam each other. It's
all
natural.
about leverage.
Yeah, it's all leverage. Yeah.
Ponytails going this way.
No, but if we can find somebody who's a wrestling coach, I'll bring him in.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, one of the things I like about you too is like I think you guys have a really great connection, coach and student connection, and I think that's what's going to take you a long way in the sport is I've seen it firsthand, heard him screaming outside the octagon, and see you doing exactly what he's asking you to do. So that's one thing I got to commend you guys on. I think it's going to help take you guys really far. Combat sports, combat night is obviously, you know, there's a lot of scouts out there, and you know, it's a pathway to the UFC. What does an opportunity like this mean for you? I mean, you kind of want to go out there and dominate, right?
Oh yeah, dominate, have fun, but be myself as well. You know what I mean? So I feel like my personality, learning to fight and bring that out, it's entertainment, because you know, it's entertainment at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, she's got to put on a show that night. She's got to show all her skills. She's got to play serious that night. You know what I mean? She's got to go all out. She has to perform.
You think that's giving you like an extra edge in training, where you're like, you know, you're going to be on a bigger stage now, where you're going to want to really take your opponent's head off?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I feel more ready than I have with all my other fights. But also, just like what Ronnie was saying, how we did step by step.
Yeah.
This being my last Muay Thai fight, and also being on combat night, it's a real big opportunity. So.
As a woman, there's a great opportunity for you to move up and work your way higher into higher level competitions and promotions. How do you think this opportunity benefits you? Because I know, you know, in certain divisions, 145 in UFC, there's not a lot of talent. So this is, you know, obviously a great opportunity for you, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because, you know, as women, it's a lot of 125ers, 135ers, and even right now, I feel like 115, they're getting a lot of, you know, a lot of motion. So definitely bring light into that, but also I don't mind going down or up. You know, just wherever the fight goes, I go. So.
Okay. And then long-term goals, like I know I just mentioned UFC, but there's other organizations. Is the UFC kind of your like dream case scenario where you want to end up going after all of this?
It's definitely my dream case scenario, but at the same time, I don't mind, you know, on the way there, you know, you got Invicta, you got all types of great, you know, great promotions out there.
And I mean Muay Thai competitions as well. I know you had talked about one time wanting to go over to Thailand and train. That would be a cool opportunity as well. So yeah, I mean, any other thoughts that you have as far as you know, getting people to tune in and everything? You want to say anything to the audience?
Yeah, so the link is gonna be in my bio on Instagram at Briski_777. If you could buy the pay-per-view, you could go there, watch the fight, support. I appreciate it, and that's about it.
And obviously, the next question was gonna be how can they follow you? But I think you list everything. Any other social?
Great minds think alike.
I suppose. Ronnie, how about yourself? Anybody wants to train with you? I know you.
Yeah, just Instagram, Ronnie JKD, Instagram. May 13th, Club Guild.
Club Guild, and we'll put a link in our bio in our description as well on all of our social platforms. So I want to thank you guys as well for being, you know, letting us sponsor you guys. You know, you guys have our back and you know, promote us as well, and we really appreciate that. And always rooting for you. Obviously rooting for you since the day I met you, and you know, same for you. So you know, anything you guys ever need, we'll be here for you. And yeah, it's just sky's the limit, man. Like make your dreams a reality. Don't go in there and just kill it, man. Be the best version of yourself. So with that being said, we want to wrap up this special edition for myself, Justin behind the camera, Ronnie, Bri. Thank you guys for tuning in, and check these guys out on their socials, and tune in for the fight. Thank you.